Okay, good afternoon everyone. So in the last class we were discussing about the concept of the biotic and abiotic component. We covered biotic and abiotic component of ecosystem. We discussed the types of ecosystem or classification of ecosystem. We also discussed the terms like ecosystem, biomes we have not discussed, ecosystem we have discussed. We have discussed ecology, we have discussed the term environment, we have discussed the term habitat. Fine, so those are the terms that we have discussed in the last class. So what is the difference between environment and ecosystem? What difference lies between an environment and ecosystem? Yeah, in environment life may exist, may not exist. Then other difference, yeah, environment is a group of ecosystem, and ecosystem can be small or can be large depending upon the size. Ecosystem can be small or large. That part we have discussed. Then what is habitat? Yeah, address of an organism, where the organism resides, where the organism lives. That is called as a habitat. So we discussed two organism can have same habitat, or two organism cannot have a same habitat. Yeah, two organism can have same habitat, that we have discussed in the last class. Fine. Then we also discussed the term ecology. What is ecology? Yeah, it is a study of interaction between biotic organism or abiotic, that interaction that is happening. Who has coined the term ecology? Yeah, Ernst Haeckel has coined the term ecology. And one more thing, we in ecosystem you write down the term ecosystem has been coined by whom? By A.G. Translate. Okay, so in ecosystem you write this name. A.G. Translate has coined the term ecosystem. A.G. Translate has coined the term ecosystem. Fine. So Ernst Haeckel has coined the term the ecology, while A.G. Translate has coined the term ecosystem. Fine. Then we also discussed the classification of ecosystem. We discussed ecosystem can be classified into man-made ecosystem or natural ecosystem. Natural ecosystem can be classified into terrestrial and aquatic ecosystem, and terrestrial can be further classified into three types: grassland ecosystem, desert ecosystem, forest ecosystem. And aquatic can be further classified into freshwater, brackish water, and saline water. What is the difference between lotic and lentic? Yeah, still water is lentic, moving water is what? Lotic. So we discussed like river ecosystem is a lotic ecosystem, while pond ecosystem or lake ecosystem is a lentic ecosystem. Fine. Then we also discussed the different type of limiting factors. We discussed when an organisms can be organism presence can be limited by certain factors, and certain abiotic factor we have discussed. One was temperature, second was salinity, third was water, and fourth was light. Fine. So temperature we discussed. Based on temperature, several things we have discussed, like eurythermal, stenothermal. What is the difference? What is difference between organism that can tolerate wide range of temperature are going to be called as a eurythermal, and the organism that tolerate narrow range of temperature is going to be called as what? Stenothermal. So eurythermal and stenothermal we have discussed. And we also salinity. So there we discussed the term euryhaline and stenohaline. Okay, what is the difference between eury and stenohaline? So we discussed one which can tolerate wide range of salinity is called as what? Euryhaline. One which can tolerate mild salinity is called as what? Stenohaline. For example, what is the example of stenohaline we have discussed? Stenohaline, what was the example we have discussed? What was the example for stenohaline? Corals. Okay, so we discussed corals. Okay, are tolerating what? Tolerating a narrow range of temperature. Corals are example of whom? Corals are example of stenohaline. Fine. Another limiting factor we discuss is what? Water. We discuss, okay, various type of what? We discuss various type of what? Various type of plants like mesophytes, xerophyte and hydrophytes. Hydrophyte, mesophyte and xerophyte. So we discuss plant that are adopted to what? Desert environment. Xerophyte, plant that is adopted to water environment. That is hydrophyte. Plant that neither require too dry or not required too wet condition are called as a mesophyte. So those terms we have discussed: mesophyte, hydrophyte, xerophyte. With regard to light also we discussed a lot of terms. One of the terms we have discussed was, okay, the auroral, vesperal, nocturnal. What is the difference between these? Yeah, octagon organism that are active during the sunrise, auroral. Okay, one which is active during sunset time is called as a vesperal, and the one which is, okay, active during the night is called as what? Is called as a nocturnal. Okay, one which is active during the night is called as a nocturnal. Clear? Then we also discuss, okay, what? We also discuss other light variant. What are the other light variants we have discussed? What are the other light variant we have discussed? Yeah, okay. So what is heliophytes? Yeah, plant which requires more amount of, okay, sunlight, or which are attracted towards sunlight are referred as what? Heliophytes. And sciophytes. Okay, another term we have discussed is sciophyte. What is sciophyte? That requires lesser amount of sunlight. That requires lesser amount of sunlight. Clear? So those are the terms. Keep in mind. Okay. Lastly, we finish with warm-blooded and cold-blooded. That terms we have discussed. Ectothermal and endothermal. Those terms we have discussed in the last class. Fine. So now we'll start, okay, further, and we'll discuss, okay, the other limiting factor. So temperature, salinity, water, light, these are the 4 limiting factors we have discussed. Now the other that can act as a limiting factor is atmosphere. So atmosphere can also act as a limiting factor. You know that atmosphere consists of what? Consists of gases. Which are the gases? Like carbon dioxide is there, nitrogen is there, oxygen is there. It consists of gases. These gases can act as what? These gases can act as a limiting factor. Clear? So even, okay, what? Even atmosphere, okay, you'll see can act as a limiting factor. Atmosphere consists of what? Consists of gases, and these gases can act as a limiting factor. That is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? Now, next limiting factor that you have is what? Next limiting factor that you have is a organic compounds. This can act as a limiting factor. Availability of these compound, organic compound, if it is available, if it is not available, this can act as a limiting factor. Last class we discussed what is organic compound. Those who have a carbon hydrogen bond, those type of compounds are going to be as what? Organic compound. So we discussed, okay, in the last class that you have, okay, what? You have, okay, the carbohydrates, you have what? Lipids, proteins. All these are, okay, what? All these are organic compounds, and they can act as a limiting factor. We discussed without protein there will not be cells growth, cells multiplication will not happen. So this can act as a limiting factor with regard to growth of an organism. That is okay there. Clear? So organic compound can also act as what? Organic compound can also act as a limiting factor. Clear? Next limiting factor that you see is, okay, what? Is inorganic compound. Inorganic compound, this can also act as a limiting factor. So So like organic compound, where carbon hydrogen bond is present, there are certain compound where carbon hydrogen bond is not present. Okay, so that type of compound is called as what? Inorganic compound. Like salt, NaCl. Okay, so NaCl is okay, what? Inorganic compound. You know that salt is essential. It means maintain your electrolytic balance. Water. Okay, so all these are what? All these are nothing but okay, your inorganic compound. This can act as what? This can act as nothing but okay, limiting factor. Okay, so this will decide whether organism will be surviving, organism will not be surviving. This can decide. Okay, so this can also act as a limiting factor. Fine, in doubt. And the last limiting factor that you can have is a altitude. Altitude. Height can also act as a limiting factor. Altitude can also act as a limiting factor. Height can also act as a limiting factor. As you go up, what happens? Okay, temperature declines, you see pressure declines, you see what will happen? Oxygen level declines. Yes, okay. So what you see is okay, all these problems, okay, all these things will decline, and as a result, okay, only few can survive, and that's why altitude can also act as what? Altitude can also act as a limiting factor. Fine. So if you see, you can see this. This is showing what? This is showing nothing but okay, the taiga and tundra, okay, type of nothing but okay, climatic condition that is okay there. Clear? So as you are going up, what will happen? So as you are going up, what is happening? As we discussed, temperature will decline. When temperature will decline, what will happen? You'll see, okay, less species are going to be surviving. Okay, so you see here what you are finding nothing but okay, at the lower level, more trees, more forest. Okay, you're going to find. As you go up, trees height will further decline. Okay, as you go up, what will happen? Only snow will, okay, snow will be nothing but okay, there at the top of the mountain, nothing will survive over there. So what you see is okay, here what is acting as a limiting factor? Altitude is something that is okay, acting as a limiting factor, determining what can survive, what cannot survive over a period of time. Clear? So this is okay, what? This is okay, important thing that you have to keep in mind with regard to limiting factors. Okay, what can act as a limiting factor, what cannot act as a limiting factor. So what we discuss is what we discuss is salinity can act as a limiting factor, temperature can act as a limiting factor, okay, water can act as a limiting factor, light can act as a limiting factor, okay, organic compound, inorganic compound. You'll see another thing that we have discussed is what is nothing but okay, atmosphere can act as a limiting factor. So all these okay can act as a limiting factor. Now, next we are coming to what? Next we are coming to the biotic component. Okay, so we discussed the ecosystem is consisting of biotic and abiotic component. Ecosystem is consisting of biotic and abiotic component. Last class we started with the abiotic component and we discussed abiotic component is acting as what? Acting as a limiting factor. So now we are coming to the biotic component. Now biotic component that you are finding can be divided into two major aspects. This can be divided into two major aspects. What are the two major aspects? What are the two major aspects? It can be producer or it can be consumer. So this can be divided into nothing but two major aspects. There can be producer and there can be nothing but consumer. Consumer can further divide into what? This can be further divided into nothing but the macro or micro consumer. Macro consumer or micro consumer. Fine. So you can have a producer. Producer is responsible. Biotic component, as we discussed, you can have producer or you can have nothing but consumer. Producer is producing its own food. Producer is producing its own food. It is producing its own food, and that's why they are called as what? They are called as a autotroph. While consumer is dependent on what? Consumer is dependent on food. Dependent on food. That's why he is referred as what? Heterotroph. Heterotroph. Clear? So producer prepares their own food. That's why producers are called as what? Producers are called as a autotroph. While consumers depends on what? Depends on nothing but food on others. That's why it is referred as what? It is referred as a heterotroph. So you have what? Consumer being classified into micro consumer as well as nothing but macro consumer. Clear? Macro consumers are what? Your herbivore, yes, carnivore and omnivore. Fine. So herbivore depends upon what? Plants, grasses and etc. to survive. Carnivore eats eats nothing but herbivores, and omnivore depends upon both carnivore as well as nothing but herbivore. So these are what? These are nothing but three types of what? Three types of nothing but macro consumer. That is what you are getting. Herbivore examples could be what? Herbivore examples could be what? Could be elephant, could be deer. These are what? These are nothing but eating what? Eating nothing but grasses. Goats can be herbivore. That is there. Now carnivore example, lion, tigers, leopards, those are carnivore. Omnivore examples like pig, like humans, these are what? These are omnivore. They can eat, survive on, they can survive on herbivore, they can survive on carnivore also. So these are macro consumer that you have to keep in mind. Clear? But there are other micro consumer. There are other micro consumer that are also present in case of environment. Like they can be nothing but what? They can be nothing but phagocytes. So the micro consumer can be nothing but your phagocytes, or called as a phagotroph also. Clear? So they are phagocytes, or they are nothing but phagotroph. Then you also have what? You also have nothing but detrivores or saprophytes. That is there. Clear? You also have osmotroph. These are these are different type of what? These are different type of nothing but micro consumers. So phagotroph, basically they use phagocytosis process. You have saprophyte or detrivores, or you have nothing but osmotroph. These are different type of what? These are different type of micro consumer that you are having. What is phagotroph means? What is phagotroph means? Basically what happens is phagotroph is going to engulf things. They are going to engulf things. Let's say this is present. Now what? Let's say this is organism. This is the organism that is there. What this organism will do? This try to engulf this particular thing. This try to engulf this particular thing. So like you see nothing but what? this will try to engulf thick, okay, and when it will engulf, what will happen, it will start digesting, okay, this particular substances, okay, that is okay there. This type of things are called as what, this type of things are called as a phagocytosis, okay, that is okay there. For example, most famous example is your amoeba. Amoeba shows, okay, which type of, okay, things, it shows nothing but, okay, phagocytosis process, okay, it shows phagocytosis process. So here what is happening, okay, this consumer is engulfing things, okay, it is eating, it is not eating via mouth and etc. What it is doing is, it is engulfing things through what we call as a phagocytosis, okay, clear. So if you see the figure, so you can see, okay, this is, okay, how phagocytosis process is something that is, okay. So what is happening in this process, this is, okay, what, this is the organism that is, okay, there. What it will do, it will nothing but, okay, close the organism, it will okay, close these two organisms. So these two sides of, okay, what, these two sides of nothing but, okay, things will close. So they will, okay, what, they will things engulf thing. When it is engulfed, okay, what will happen then, okay, you see nothing but, okay, it will get digested, okay. So this is how phagocytosis process happens. So these are, okay, micro consumers, okay, these are micro consumer amoeba, clear. Next, okay, you have is what, you have is osmotrop, okay. Who is osmotrop, who is osmotrop? So now you know that osmosis, okay, what is osmosis, what is osmosis process? Okay, in osmosis process what you see is, okay, movement of, okay, what, movement of molecules happens from where to where, from higher concentration to lower concentration, okay. Movement of molecules will happen from where to where, from higher concentration to lower concentration across a semi permeable membrane, okay. So this is a semi permeable membrane, this is called as a semi permeable membrane, fine. So what you are seeing is, okay, movement of molecule is happening from where to where, from higher concentration to nothing but, okay, lower concentration, and this movement is happening across, okay, what, across nothing but, okay, a semi permeable membrane, that is, okay, there, clear. Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So osmotrophs, okay, basically uses this process, osmosis process, to nothing but, okay, what, to digest things, okay, to digest things, clear. Let's say, okay, in the, okay, environment there is a high concentration, in, okay, inside there is, okay, what, low concentration. So what will happen, movement of molecules from happen from where to where, higher concentration to nothing but, okay, lower concentration. So this is how, okay, you see nothing but, okay, osmotrophs are going to nothing but, okay, okay, what, going to, okay, take food, take organic compound, that is, okay, there. So from higher concentration towards nothing but, okay, lower concentration, across which membrane, across nothing but, okay, semi permeable membrane, fine. When you do reverse, like, okay, you see RO water, RO means what, RO that you are using in your room is a reverse osmosis, okay. What is RO stand for, RO stand for reverse osmosis, okay. So when you, okay, what, when you apply a pressure and move concentration from here to here, okay, then what will happen, it becomes a reverse osmosis process, okay. So in, okay, case of what, in case of nothing but, okay, here what you see is, okay, in RO water which you are using for purification, what you are doing is what, you are applying a pressure and making the molecule moves from where to where, from this side to this side, reverse process of osmosis, that is why it is called as what, reverse osmosis process, that is, okay, there. So let's say here lies your polluted water, here lies your polluted water, so water concentration here is what, water concentration here is low, and this is, okay, what, this is nothing but, okay, pure water, okay. So water concentration here is what, high, okay. When you are applying, okay, reverse osmosis, okay, water will move from here to here, so from, okay, polluted thing to nothing but, okay, pure thing, water will move. This is how filtration happens in what, happens in case of nothing but, okay, RO, clear. Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So osmotrop basically use what, osmotrop basically use osmosis process, okay. From higher concentration things will move towards what, lower concentration, across which membrane, across nothing but, okay, semi permeable membranes, okay. It will move across semi permeable membrane. So you are finding this, So you can see this example. So you can see this particular example. Okay, so here what is happening is, okay, what here, okay, you are seeing nothing but, okay, osmotrop example, okay, that you are seeing. Clear? Here you are seeing hypertonic, here you are saying hypotonic. Hypo means what? Less. Okay, so where salinity is less, okay, that is going to be called as a hypotonic. Hyper means what? Where high, okay, things are high, that is called as a hyper. Okay, clear? So that is called as a hyper, okay, tonic, okay, that is okay there. Clear? So you can see here the movement is happening from here to here, hypotonic. The in hypertonic you are seeing nothing but, okay, movement from here to here. Water is, okay, what? Water is moving inside. Here water is nothing but, okay, moving inside. So this is, okay, what happens in case of osmotrop. Fine. Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So osmotrop is, okay, another important, okay, what? Another important thing that you are finding. Now next is saprophyte. What is saprophyte? What is a saprophyte? The one which, okay, what? Which nothing but, okay, feeds on dead and decay material. Feeds on dead and decay material. So you can see who decompose dead and decay material. It could be bacteria, it could be fungi. Okay, they can, okay, what? They can, okay, degrade the material. So that's why they are referred as what? That's why they are referred as a saprophytes. Okay, that's why they are referred as a saprophytes. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So these are, okay, what? These are referred as a micro consumer. Okay, so phagotrop, osmotrop, as well as nothing but, okay, what? As well as nothing but, okay, your, okay, saprophytes. These are referred as what? These are referred as a micro consumer. So you can have major consumer or you can have minor consumer, that is micro consumer. Similarly, you can have different kind of producers also. You can have different kind of producers. Fine. Like you can have microscopic algae, or also referred as planktons. Planktons, okay, where you're gonna find? In the water. In the water you have, okay, the planktons. Okay, these planktons prepares the food. Okay, who prepares the food under the aquatic ecosystem? Planktons prepares the food. Okay, that is okay there. And planktons are, okay, what? The planktons are nothing but, okay, your microscopic algae that you have to keep in mind. Fine. The second thing that you have is what? Cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria, also known as blue-green algae. These are also referred as a blue-green algae. These are also what? These are also able to prepare their own food. Cyanobacteria. So that is, okay, another example of nothing but, okay, what? Another example of nothing but, okay, the producer. Third, your terrestrial plants. Terrestrial plants. They can prepare their own food. So they are example of what? They are example of nothing but, okay, the producers. Fine. So these are important things that you have to keep in mind. Clear? So phagotrop you have, osmotrop you have, saprotrop you have, okay, producer which are microscopic, cyanobacteria, terrestrial, okay, plants. These are showing what? These are showing nothing but, okay, photosynthesis process. They can prepare their own food. Fine. Let's say if question comes like this. Which of the following shows, okay, phagocytosis process? Which of the following shows phagocytosis process? Amoeba. Yes, amoeba we have written as an example. So amoeba is, okay, showing your phagocytosis. Other example, dinoflagellates can also show your cytosis process. Fungi and corals, they are more showing osmotropic. They are, okay, more osmotrop. Okay, so they are, okay, examples of whom? They are examples of osmotrop. Fine. So this type of questions can be formed, which is phagotrop, which is osmotrop, that is there. Clear? So phagotrop means what? You are going to engulf things, that is there. In case of what? In case of the osmotrop, we discuss movement will happen from where to where? From higher concentration to lower concentration across which membrane? Semi-permeable membrane. And the third we discuss is what? Saprotroph. Saprotrophs are going to feed on what? Dead and decay material, that is there. Clear? So your earthworm is what? Your earthworm, your arthropods, these are examples of whom? These are examples of your saprotroph. These are examples of whom? These are also examples of nothing but your saprotroph. So bacteria, as we discussed, can degrade things. Earthworm is also degrading things. That's why earthworm is known as what? Friends of farmers. Why it is referred as a friends of farmer? Because it is able to nothing but degrade things and release nutrient into the soil, increases the fertility of the soil. So that's why earthworm. Earthworm can also be there. Arthropods can also be there. Clear? What is arthropods basically? What is arthropods? So these all are examples of whom? These all are examples of nothing but arthropods. So you can see, these all examples are whom? These all examples are nothing but your arthropods. So arthropods are also involved in what? They are also involved in nothing but degradation. They are also involved in nothing but degradation of things. That is there. So these are what? These are referred as nothing but saprotroph. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular part? So you might get a question regarding which are the examples of saprotroph or which are nothing but other thing. So remember that all your arthropod groups, all your arthropod include crab, lobster, include your nothing but what? Include all your these type of nothing but what? These type of nothing but insects. All these are what? All these are nothing but part of your saprotroph. Arthropod can also be an example of your saprotroph. Fine. So this is all about what? This is also all about component of whom? Ecosystem, biotic and abiotic. Component of ecosystem, what we have discussed? Biotic and abiotic. What are biotic component? Biotic component, what we have divided biotic component in the last class? What we have divided biotic component in the last class? Yeah. Biotic component, producer and consumers. Yes. And abiotic, yeah, physical, organic as well as inorganic. Those are what? Those are nothing but abiotic component. So we have discussed biotic component, we have discussed now abiotic component. Fine. Now next we are coming to concentration. Concentration means that let's say you are dissolving one one spoon of salt in water, and you are dissolving 5 spoon of salt in water. 5 spoon of salt in one glass, 1 spoon of salt in one glass. So what will happen? One spoon of salt will dissolve faster. Five will also dissolve. 5 will also dissolve. Now if I ask you, in which solution concentration of salt is high? In which solution? There are 2 glasses. In which solution concentration of salt is high? 5. So more amount of salt means what? More concentration. Less amount of salt means what? Less concentration. So clear? The amount you are dissolving, that is what? Concentration. So concentration more, it will be more. More in number means more concentration, less in number means what? Less concentration. Fine. Next we are coming to the concept of ecotone. We are coming to the concept of ecotone. What is ecotone? What is ecotone? Ecotone basically is a transition zone. It is a transition zone between one ecosystem and other ecosystem. Okay, so ecotone is a transition zone. It is a transition zone that lies between whom? That lies between one ecosystem and another ecosystem. This is also referred as a zone of transition. Ecotone is also referred as what? Zone of transition. It is okay, what? It is lying between nothing but okay, one ecosystem as well as other ecosystem. Fine. For example, let's say this is okay, one ecosystem, and this is nothing but okay, another ecosystem. Clear? Let's say this is okay, water, aquatic ecosystem. This is okay, which ecosystem? Land, terrestrial ecosystem. So two ecosystems are there. Okay, when we are moving from here to here, what will happen? Water concentration will what? Decline. And when okay, land concentration will what? Land concentration will increase. From here to here, what will happen? Land concentration will increase, water concentration will what? Decline. Okay, because this is okay, what? This is a water aquatic habitat. When we are moving from aquatic to okay, what? Aquatic land, what will happen? Water concentration will decline, land concentration will what? Increase. So this is okay, what? This is acting as a zone of transition between what? Transition between nothing but okay, land and water. Okay, that is okay there. So like okay, you have gone to the beaches are what? Okay, so you see some amount of what? Some amount of water are present, some amount of nothing but okay, lands are something that are present. Okay, acting as what? Acting as nothing but okay, a transition zone. Okay, that is okay there. So this is called as a zone of transition. Okay, zone of transition. So what you see is okay, what you see is okay, this zone of transition is okay, carrying more number of species. It may carry more number of species. Why it may carry more number of species? This zone of transition may carry more number of species. Why it may carry more number? Yeah, okay, because okay, land animal can also survive over here, and okay, oceanic animals can also, or water animal can also survive over here. So more species can found okay in this transition zone, because here water species can also survive, land species can also survive, because okay, condition is suitable for both water to survive also, land to survive also. That is okay there. So when both water and land can survive, then what will happen? Then such type of species are going to be called as what? Then such type of species are going to be called as ecotone. Then such type of species are called as a H species. Okay, this is called as a H species, and this region is referred as what? This region is referred as a ecotone region. Okay, so this region is referred as a ecotone region, while the species that are surviving in this region is referred as which species? H species. Okay, H means okay, they are found at the border. Okay, these are found at the transition zone, no? Border zone. So that's why they are referred as what? They are referred as nothing but okay, H species. Okay, that are there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So what is ecotone? Ecotone is a zone of transition. It is a zone of transition between whom? Between nothing but okay, two ecosystem. That is okay there. This zone of transition will have more number of what? This zone of transition will have more number of species. Why it will have more number of species? Because species surviving in water can also survive, species surviving on land also survive. So what you see is okay, what? The species that are found over here is referred as what? Is referred as a H species. Okay, the species that are found in this region are referred as a H species. Okay, clear? So write down okay, definition for ecotone. You write down definition for ecotone. The ecotone is referred as a zone of transition. Ecotone is referred as a zone of transition, and it lies between two ecosystem. It lies between two ecosystem. For example, mangrove forest. For example, mangrove forest. For example, mangrove forest represent an ecosystem. Mangrove forest represent an ecosystem between marine and terrestrial ecosystem. Between marine and terrestrial ecosystem. between marine and terrestrial ecosystem. Parachange and rhino. Parachange and rhino. Parachange and rhino. The presence of greater diversity of life. The presence of greater diversity of life in the region. In the region. In the region at the edge of two ecosystems. The presence of greater diversity of life in the region at the edge of two ecosystem is referred as edge effect. 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 And the species found in this region are referred as edge species. Species found in this region are referred as edge species. Edge species. Many unique species are found in this region. Many unique species are found in this region, and many unique species are found in this region, and this region can see higher. This region can see higher productivity than the other two ecosystem. This can see higher productivity than the other two ecosystem. Fine. So this is all about what? This is all about the ecotone as well as nothing but edge species that you have to keep in mind. Fine. Any doubt regarding this one? Now we are coming to what? We are coming to the concept of levels of organizations. So levels of you also write organization, you write better organization. Levels of organization in ecology. Levels of organization, you write. So now we are coming to the levels of organization. Fine. Now you know that the smallest part of an element is referred as what? The smallest part of an element is referred as what? Referred as an atom. What is smallest part of element? Smallest part of element is referred as what? Atom. When atom combines, they forms what? Okay, when atom combines, they forms what? They forms molecules. When atom combines, what they form? They form something but molecules. Okay, so smallest part of an element is what? Smallest part of an element is an atom. When atom combines to form what? Atom combines to form nothing but molecules. Okay, when molecules combines, what will happen? They forms a cell. Okay, you know that cell is what? Cell is a basic unit of life. Cell is what? Cell is nothing but basic unit of life. Okay, this is called as a basic unit of life. Clear? Now when cell combines, what is being formed? When cell combines, what is being formed? When cell combines, what is going to be formed? Tissues. What is going to be formed? Tissues. Tissues is what? Consisting of many cells. Okay, tissues are what? Consisting of many cells. When tissues combines, what is being formed? Organs. Okay, when tissues are combining, what it is being formed? Organs are being formed. Okay, that is okay. So different organs of your body is made up of what? Made up of different tissues. Tissues are made up of what? different cells. Okay, so what will happen? Atoms are there, atoms combines, then what is formed? Molecules, molecules combine, then what is formed? Cells, cells combines, then what is forming? Tissues, tissues combining, what is being formed? Organs. Okay, now when organs will combine, what is going to be formed? When organs will combine, what is going to be formed? Then organism. Okay, then organism is going to be formed. We call it as an individual. Who will form? Organisms or individual will form. Okay, this is referred as nothing but okay, individuals. Okay, who is referred as a individuals? Who is referred as a individuals? When who is referred as an individuals? Like you refer yourself as an individual. One person is referred as an individual. Why you refer him as an individual? Individual is one which can act and functions independently. Which can act and functions independently. Fine. So that person is going to be called as what? That person is going to be called as a individual. Okay. One who can act and functions independently is going to be referred as what? Referred as individual. So atom combines to form what? Molecules. Molecules combines to form cell. Cell combines to form tissues. Tissues combines to form organ. Organ combines to form what? Individual. Now when individual will combine, what is going to be there? When many individuals are there, then what we call it as? When many individuals are there, then we call it as what? Population. Okay, what we call it as a population. Okay, so when many individuals are there, we call it as nothing but okay, population. Fine. Populations. Now, okay, when population of okay, what population of, let's say, humans are being taken, so what we will call it as? When populations of humans are being taken, then we call it as what? We call it as a species. Okay, one species. Okay, humans are what? Humans are nothing but okay, one species. Okay, so what will happen is okay, what? Okay, when individual will combine, individual will forms what? Individual will forms population. Okay, then okay, population is what? Population or individual is reflecting okay, who? Reflecting nothing but okay, a single species. What is a species means? What the term species means? What the term species means? Why we are saying human as a species? The species is basically the one who has okay, what? Who has nothing but okay, similar characteristic, who has similar characteristic and are capable to interbreed. Capable to interbreed. Fine. So species are what? Species are one which are okay, what? Which are nothing but okay, having similar characteristic and have capability to what? And have capability to interbreed. That is what okay, you are finding with regard to term species. Fine. Fine. What is capable to interbreed means? Means okay, the reproduction of young ones. Okay, they can reproduce things. Okay, new or okay, they can okay, what? They can give birth to new organisms. Interbreed, sexual okay, what activity can take place. So similar characteristic and are capable to interbreed. Those are going to be called as what? Those are going to be called as a species. Okay. So what will happen is okay, human can interbreed with another humans. Okay, you can't interbreed with let's say animals. Okay, that is okay. They produce young ones. Okay, so different species are something that are there. Clear? So this is okay, what you have to keep in mind with regard to species. Okay, so when we are talking about okay, an organism which can act and functions independently, it is called as what? It is called as individual. When group of individuals are taken, what is happening? Population. So we are talking about okay, same species. Okay, we are talking about okay, one individual, and okay, what will happen when okay, the individual of same species are okay being combined? They forms what? They forms nothing but okay, populations. So you have tiger population, or you have human population, you have lion population. So you are taking one species lion, you are taking one species tiger. So when okay, this is called as nothing but okay, populations. Okay, clear? Now, when populations of when populations of nothing but different species are there together, then it is going to be called as what? It is going to be called as a community. Okay, so when populations of different species are going to be there, then it is going to be called as what? Community. Okay, that is okay there. Clear? So now, okay, you are taking what? You are taking populations, let's say populations of tiger, populations of lions. Okay, they are residing. Okay, then it is called as what? It is called as nothing but community. Clear? Any doubt? Now, when community will when community will come together, what will happen? Community means now in community you are talking about many many species. Okay, in community we are talking about many species. Till population we are talking about which one? Single species. When population of many species are being taken, let's say population of tiger, population of humans, population of lions. Okay, they are they are coming together. What is it they are forming? They are forming community. Okay, that is okay there. Clear? When community are coming together, then what will form? Then it is going to form ecosystem. What it is going to form? It is going to form called ecosystem. So that's what we discuss. Ecosystem is all about what? Interaction between biotic community. Okay, so biotic means what? Many many community can be there. Okay, many community can interact with each other. When many community are something that are interacting with each other, then it is going to form what? It is going to form nothing but ecosystem. Fine. So this is what you are finding: population, community, as well as nothing but ecosystem. When ecosystem comes together, when many ecosystems are together, we call it as what? We call it as a biomes. Okay, so what will happen is when many ecosystem comes together, what we call it as what? We call it as nothing but biomes. Okay, so that you have to keep in mind. Fine. Fine. Clear? So ecosystem is a part of what? Ecosystem is a part of biomes. When many ecosystem comes together, we call it as what? We call it as a biomes. Okay, that is okay there. Clear? And when biomes combines together, then we call it as what? We call it as a which? We call it as a biosphere. Okay, remember what last class we discussed the term biosphere? What is biosphere? Yeah, where the life is possible, where life can exist. Okay, that is called as comes together, then it is going to form what? It is going to form nothing but biosphere. Okay, and biosphere is a part of who? Biosphere is a part of earth. It is a part of earth. Earth is a part of who? Universe. So this is how you see nothing but levels of organizations you're finding in case of ecology. Clear? So atom is combining to form what? Molecules. Molecules is combining to form what? Cells. Cells are combining to form what? Tissues. Tissues are combining to form what? Organs. Organs are combining to form individual. Who is referred as an individual? The one who can act independently, functions independently, that is individual. When population of population of same species, when individual of same species are taken, many individual of same species are taken, then it is going to be called as what? It is going to be called as a population. When population of different species are being taken, then it is going to be called as what? Community. When community, many communities are being taken, then it is going to be called as a ecosystem. Ecosystem, many ecosystem forms what? Forms your biomes. And finally biomes becomes a part of what? Biosphere. So this is levels of organization that you are finding. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? Yeah. So this is what? This is nothing but different levels of organization you have to keep in mind. Fine. Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So write down definition for these terms. Individual you write down first. Individual. Individual. Individual is defined as individual is defined as one. Individual is defined as one who can act or functions independently. Who can act or functions independently. Who can act or functions independently. Second, you write down populations. Populations. Second, you write down population. A group of individual organism. A group of individual organism. Group of individual organism of same species A group of individual organisms of same species in a given area is referred as population is referred as population is referred as population. Fine. In bracket you write down a species is a uniform interbreeding population. A species is a uniform interbreeding population which have similar characteristic Next we write down community. It is a group of population of different species in a given area. Population of different species in a given area. Next you write down ecosystem. A group of community will form ecosystem which is considered as structural and functional unit of biosphere, consisting of living being. Okay. Next you write down biomes. Okay, write down. It is a large naturally occurring. Biomes are large naturally occurring community of flora and fauna occupying major habitat. Community of flora and fauna occupying major habitat. The plants and animals here will have common characteristic. Due to similar climate in biomes. Similar climate in biomes. Last we write down biosphere. It is a biological component. It is a biological component of Earth, which include lithosphere. Hydrosphere and atmosphere. Clear? Now this is okay. What we called as what? This is what we called as a the concept of what? Concept of levels of organizations. Fine. Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So clear with the term. What is species means? What is species? Which have similar characteristic and are capability to interbreed. Those are called as what? Those are called as nothing but species. When one species is taken, then it is going to be called as what? Population. When many species are taken, then what will happen? Community. Many community forms your ecosystem. Fine. Now another term that you have is a ecocline. Okay, now let's say there are two ecosystem, okay, one ecosystem and another ecosystem, and there is a gradual change happening when you are moving from here to here. There's no sudden change, rather gradual change is happening, continuous change is happening, gradual change is happening. So what will happen in that such situation? There's no sudden change occurring, okay, from one ecosystem to another ecosystem. Which type of change is happening? Very slow change, gradual change is happening, and continuous change is happening, okay, when you are moving from here to nothing but okay here. Then what will happen? Then such, okay, what such zone, okay, where you do not have, okay, what do not have clear boundary. When you do not have a clear boundary between one ecosystem and other ecosystem, so you do not have a clear boundary between whom? One ecosystem and other ecosystem. Then such type of, okay, what such type of, okay, things are going to be called as what? Going to be called as a ecocline. Okay, such type of things are called as a ecocline. That is okay there, clear? So there is, okay, what, there's no clear distinction in case of, okay, what, in case of, okay, the ecotone, we discussed what will happen. There is a clear distinction between nothing but, okay, these two nothing but, okay, region. When clear distinctions are there, you find this as a zone of transition, okay, between two ecosystem. That is okay there. But when there is no clear separation between two ecosystem, and okay, there is a gradual change happening, continuous change happening from one ecosystem to another ecosystem, then that is going to be called as what? Then that is going to be called as a ecocline. Okay, so in ecocline you will have indistinct boundary, no clear boundary, no clear separation is going to be there between one ecosystem and another ecosystem. Clear? So write down regarding ecocline. Ecocline is, it is a gradual and continuous change. Ecocline is a gradual and continuous change in species composition, with change in climatic condition, between two neighboring ecosystem, between two neighboring ecosystem. Fine. Any doubt regarding this particular thing? Now next term, okay, that you have is what? Okay, so you have these three terms, okay, stable community, major community, as well as what? Minor community. Okay, so we discussed what is community just now. Population of different species. Okay, when you are keeping together, it is called as a community. Okay, now what is stable community means? Means when many species, when group of species you are taking, population of many species you are taking, these species are interacting with each other, that is okay there, and productivity of this particular what? Productivity of this, okay, is not changing. Productivity of this is not changing much, and it is resilience to occasional disturbance. Then it is going to be called as which type of community? Stable community. Okay, so when productivity of what? When productivity of this region is not going to change much, and it is resilience to whom? Resilience to the occasional disturbance, okay, that is okay happening, then it is going to be called as which type of community? Then it is going to be called as a stable community. Okay, so you are not finding much variation in what? You are not finding much variation in productivity. Okay, productivity is not seeing not much variation you are finding in productivity. Fine. So that is called as what? That is called as nothing but okay, stable community. Okay, so what is a stable community? Where productivity is what? Not much varying, productivity is not changing, and it is okay, resilience to whom? It is resilience to occasional disturbance. Okay, that is okay there. Then what will happen? Such type of okay community is going to be called as a okay, stable community. Fine. Fine. Now the second you have is a major community. What is major community? Community which is okay, large, of large size. So first thing, it should be of large size. And okay, another thing that you have to keep in mind with regard to okay, the major community is what? That they are independent. Okay, they are not dependent on others. Okay, having large size and they are independent, then it is going to be called as what? It is going to be called as a major community. It is going to be called as a major community. While if okay, what if it is of small size and dependent on whom? Dependent on neighboring community, then it is going to be called as which community? Minor community. Okay, so major community means okay, it should be of large size, and okay, what will happen? These are independent of other community, then it is going to be called as what? Major community. Independent of other community, while minor community are what? Minor community are okay, small size, dependent on which type of community? Dependent on neighboring community that you are finding. So this is okay, what you have to keep in mind with regard to differences between major community as well as minor community. Fine. Let's say you are taking a okay, tropical forest. You are taking a tropical forest. Here trees are what? Trees are nothing but okay, independent. Okay, trees are independent, trees are large in size, independent, they are not dependent on other communities. Okay, so trees are going to be called as what? Trees are going to be called as a major community. Tree depends upon who? Depends on sunlight they are getting, and they are preparing their own food. They are not dependent on other community that are present in this region. They are not dependent on any animal, any insects, okay, that is okay, living in this particular region. So what will happen is okay, what? They are of large size, independent of other community, that's why they are going to be called as what? Major community. That is okay there. Clear? And minor community are what? Small size, dependent on what? Dependent upon nothing but okay, neighboring community. That is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this one? So for example, so when you see this cow dung, on this cow dung, okay, you'll be finding some small insects. No, sometimes okay, have you seen? Okay, those are okay, what? Those are nothing but okay, lichens on the cow dung. So lichens are which type of community? They are going to be minor community, dependent on which one? Major community. Okay, so they are dependent on nothing but okay, major community. That is okay there. Clear? So these are okay, what? These are nothing but okay, important thing you have to keep in mind with regard to major and minor community. Lichens are basically what? It is a okay, it is a relationship between algae and fungi. Lichens are okay, having a relationship between algae and fungi. Lichens will okay, algae will provide food. Algae will provide food to fungi, fungi will provide protection to algae. Okay, so both are nothing but okay, what? Both are okay, benefiting each other. This relationship is going to be called as what? This relationship is going to be called as a lichens. Okay, this relationship is going to be called as what? Lichens. Okay, so lichens is a relationship between whom? Relationship between fungi and algae, where both are benefiting what? benefiting each other, that you have to keep in mind. Clear? So in previous year UPSC has asked this questions, okay, that lichens involves what? So lichens involves, okay, remember that it is, okay, relationship. You can mention, you can write it is a symbiotic relationship. It is a symbiotic relationship. Lichens are symbiotic relationship between algae and fungi. It is a symbiotic relationship between algae and fungi where both are benefiting each other. Where both are benefiting each other. Where both are benefiting each other. Fine. Can you answer 22? Option B. Yeah. Okay. So what is it? It is saying lichens which are capable of initiating ecological succession on bare rock are actually a symbiotic association of whom we discussed. Okay, just now it is a symbiotic relationship of algae and fungi. Okay, so this is something that you have to keep in mind with regard to what? With regard to how the questions has been asked in the case of examinations. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular part? Now next term that we are moving towards is a niche. So next term that you are finding is a niche. Okay, so the niche, okay, basically indicate what? It indicate the, okay, position of species in an ecosystem. It indicate the position of species in case of ecosystem. Clear? So what is position of species mean in an ecosystem means? What is the position of species in an ecosystem means? Okay, it is indicating position of, or you can also say unique functional role. You can also write that also. Unique functional role in an ecosystem. Position of species in an ecosystem or unique functional role in case of ecosystem. What do you understand by this term? What do you understand by this term, unique functional role? We have discussed the term habitat. Habitat, no? What does habitat means? Address of an organism. Now niche, you can, okay, remember it as what? Niche, you can remember it as a profession. Profession or lifestyle of an organism. Profession or lifestyle of an organism, that is okay there. That is what is niche. Okay, what is an organism? Profession. Profession means what work it is doing in an ecosystem. Okay, what work, whether it is a, okay, what, whether it is a consumer, it is consuming food, like we discussed. What is the, okay, role of saprotroph? What is the role of saprotroph? Feeds on the dead and decay material. So when they feeds on dead and decay material means what? Their job, their function is to what? Break down the dead and decay material into what? Into nothing but, okay, nutrient. Okay, that is okay there. Yes, okay, their breakdown. Okay, that is a role they are playing in case of nothing but, okay, what? Ecosystem. That is okay there. Clear? Now, okay, what is the role plant is playing in an ecosystem? produce it. Okay, they are producing the food. Okay, that is okay there. Yes, they are playing a role of nothing but okay, producer in an ecosystem. Okay, so what you see is okay, niche is okay, what niche is nothing but okay, basically indicating what, indicating what unique functional role you have in an ecosystem, what is your position in case of an ecosystem, that is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? Or okay, it can also indicate what, it can also indicate, as we discussed, lifestyle. Lifestyle means okay, what, how do we associate lifestyle? How do you associate lifestyle? Okay, like if I ask you what is your lifestyle, how do you describe what you do on the daily basis? So how, okay, how do you describe that? Okay, like which cloth you are wearing, which type of food you are eating, where you are okay, what, where you are okay staying, okay, where you are okay having your homes and etc. Okay, what type of car you are taking up, or what type of bike on which you are moving, that is okay, your lifestyle, no? Okay, so this is okay, what, okay, with regard to organisms also. Organisms also will have okay, what, will have certain nothing but okay, role to play, certain nothing but okay, functions to play, and they will do that functions in case of nothing but okay, what, in case of an ecosystem. So that is going to be called as what, that is going to be called as a niche. Okay, that is going to be called as a niche. Why it is important to study the niche? Why we are okay, what, why we are worrying about a niche? Why we need to know what function an organism performs in an ecosystem? Yeah, to maintain balance of ecosystem and also to conserve the species. Okay, let's say okay, what will happen is okay, what, conservation. Okay, if you understand the niche, you can conserve the species, conservation of species, to maintain balance, okay, in an ecosystem. Okay, so this is the reason why okay, what, why you requires nothing but why you requires to understand the niche part. Okay, why you start, okay, why you require to understand the niche part. Clear? So there can be different type of niche. Okay, as we discussed, habitat niche, where the organisms lives. Food niche, what the organisms eat. Okay, so habitat niche, okay, indicate what, indicate nothing but okay, where the organisms live. Okay, food niche indicate what, where the, what the organisms will nothing but okay, what the organisms will nothing but okay, eat. Okay, then you can have okay, what, you can have reproductive niche also, where how the organism is reproducing, that is called as nothing but okay, what, that is called as nothing but okay, the reproductive niche. Okay, that is okay there. Clear? For example, for example, you have okay, something called catadromus and anadromus. Catadromus and anadromus. Have you heard about these two, catadromus and anadromus? No. Okay, so if you see catadromus, what catadromus are? So these are okay, what, these are nothing but okay, organisms that lives in what, that lives in water. Okay, these are the organisms that lives in water. Okay, they lives in which type of water? Fresh water. But for okay, what, for nothing but okay, they migrate to sea for what, for nothing but okay, spawning. Okay, so they are born in what, the reverse of okay, catadromus is anadromus. Okay, reverse of catadromus is what, anadromus. Okay, that is okay there. Anadromus are something that are born in fresh water and migrate to sea to live, and then return to fresh water to nothing but okay, spawn. Okay, that is okay there. Clear? So we are seeing reproductive niche is different. Okay, where they are reproducing. Okay, they are living where? They are living, catadromus are living where? They are living in fresh water, but they are going and giving birth in which type of water? Salt water. Okay, while anadromus is living where? Living in nothing but okay, the okay, which they living in nothing but okay, sea water. Okay, that is okay, salty water, but they are coming to fresh water for what? For nothing but okay, reproduction. Okay, that is okay there. So this is what okay, we call it as a reproductive niche. Okay, where they are going to reproduce things. Okay, where they are going to nothing but okay, give birth to things. Okay, that is okay there. Clear? Remember okay, earlier we talked about geography. Okay, when we talked about geography, we talked about Aribada. This event we talked about. What was this Aribada? So we discussed turtle coming on what? On the, okay, yes, turtle coming on the beaches. Okay, you can see mass moving of nothing but, okay, turtle on the beaches. Okay, you see turtle are coming on the beaches to lay down the eggs. Okay, and then going back to nothing but, okay, what? Going back to nothing but, okay, see, that is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this one? So this is, okay, what we call as a reproductive niche. Okay, where they are going to reproduce. Okay, that you also need to, okay, study. So that's why, okay, what you are finding is what you are finding is, okay, there is a habitat niche, there is a food niche, there is a reproductive niche. Okay, that is okay there. So habitat niche indicate what? Habitat niche indicate that what organisms, okay, where the organisms lives. Okay, food niche indicate what? Where organisms will nothing but, okay, eat. And reproductive niche, okay, indicate, okay, where the organisms will reproduce and etc. So you need to understand this particular concept, okay, which is called as what? Which is called as a niche. Clear? So what is niche indicating? It is indicating a position or function of an organism in an ecosystem. Let's say if it is removed from ecosystem. Okay, if this organism is removed from an ecosystem, then what will happen? Yeah, okay, so that's why you are trying to conserve, like tiger conservation or lion conservation. Why you are trying to conserve them? Because if their population is wiped out, then what will happen? Then you'll see, okay, because they are carnivores, they are going to eat someone, no? Okay, so if they are removed, then what will happen? Population of nothing but, okay, one, okay, to whom they are feeding will increase, and as a result what will happen? There will be imbalance in what? Imbalance in nothing but, okay, nature or ecosystem. So that's why it is important to understand the niche of an species, what function they are playing in an ecosystem to conserve such particular species. Clear? Any doubt regarding this one? So this is, okay, referred as what? Referred as a ecological niche. Clear? Now the question here is, like we discussed, there can be same habitat for whom? There can be same habitat for many species. Can there be same niche for many species? Can there be same niche for many species? Can many species, or can, okay, what? Can nothing but, okay, the two, okay, what? Two nothing but, okay, species or two, okay, things can share the same niche. Okay, what you have to keep in mind is, okay, no two species will have a same niche. Okay, why? Because if they are performing same function, then what will happen? If they are performing same function, what will happen? Competition will happen. If competition will happen, then what will happen? Over a period of time, okay, the one who is dominating in competition will wipe out what? Other, okay, that is okay there. So that's why no two, okay, what? No two species are going to have a same niche, okay, that you have to keep in mind. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? Because, okay, of competition between two species, okay, let's say, okay, the tiger and lions are there. Okay, both are feeding on the same prey. Okay, both are feeding on the same prey, tiger and lion. Okay, now there is a, okay, what? There is a competition now between tiger and lion, because, okay, if, okay, lion is eating, then tiger will not be able to eat. If tiger is eating, then what will happen? Lion will not be able to eat. So what will happen? There's a competition. So over a period of time, if lion is dominant, then lion will, okay, what? Eat, okay, this organism. Tiger will what? Tiger will wiped out from nothing but, okay, there. Okay, so that's why no two organisms will have what? Will have nothing but, okay, same niche. Okay, niche will always be different. If that's why, remember last class we discussed, okay, concept of deep ecology given by whom? Arness. Okay, so we discussed in deep ecology what Arness is saying, that every organism have its own intrinsic value. Okay, everyone is performing some certain function in an ecosystem, whether, okay, this function is related to human, okay, benefited to human or not benefited to human. Okay, they are performing certain function in an organism, okay, in an ecosystem, that is okay there. Clear? So that's what, okay, you have to keep in mind, that no two organism okay, will have a same niche. Okay, that is okay there. Clear? So write down regarding the, okay, definition you can note down regarding ecological niche. Okay, the niche is a description of biological, physical and chemical factor. It is a description of biological, physical and chemical factor that a species need that a species need to survive, stay healthy and reproduce. That a species need to survive, stay healthy and reproduce. Stay healthy and reproduce. Clear? Niche describes the unique functional role. Niche describes the unique functional role and position of species. Unique functional role and position of species. Functional role and position of species in habitat ecosystem. In habitat ecosystem. Habitat ecosystem. No two species in an habitat can have same niche. No two species in an habitat can have same niche because of competition. As a result, the dominant species will wipe out the less dominant species. Dominant species will wipe out the less dominant species. Less dominant species. There can be different types of niche. There can be different type of niche, such as habitat niche, food niche, reproductive niche, as well as physical and chemical niche. Physical and chemical niche. Fine. So have a break and then we'll further continue. So now, okay, you'll see the questions on niche that is being asked in case of examination. So we discussed niche is what? Niche is the unique functional role that a species is playing in what? In an ecosystem. Can you answer 48? Option B. So what it is saying, which of the following terms describe not only the physical space occupied by an organism, but also the functional role in the community of an organism. So we discussed what is ecotone just now. We discussed ecotone is a zone of transition between what? Between nothing but okay two ecosystem. So it is not it is not what the question is asking. As we discussed just now, niche is okay saying what? Niche is okay defining the functional role of an organism, that is okay there. What is habitat? Habitat is a physical space occupied. Okay, so where they are residing, the physical space that they are occupying is called as what? Is called as nothing but okay habitat. And what is home range means? What is a home range means? Yeah, the range where okay organisms will move. Okay, so they will have a certain range. Let's say they are moving from what? They're moving from nothing but okay this place to another place, to another place, then coming back to their okay what? They're nothing but okay the place of residing. So this will be called as what? This will be called as your home range. Okay, this will be called as nothing but okay home range. Okay, for example, for you, okay, what will be your home range? So for you are residing your home, you are coming to institute, you may be okay traveling to certain okay what? Certain places in Bangalore. Okay, that is okay there. So this becomes your nothing but okay what? This becomes nothing but okay your home range. Okay, that is okay there. Clear? So ecotone is what? Ecotone is a zone of transition. Ecological okay niche is what? The functional role that our organism play. Habitat is what? Habitat is a physical space that is being occupied or residing place. Okay, that is okay there. And the last that you have is what? The last that you have is what? The last that you have is a home range. Home range indicate what? Home range indicate the range in which organism can be found. Fine. So these are okay what? These are important things that you have to keep in mind. Clear? Now we're moving to next term, which is called as a principle of ecology. Principle of ecology. So we are coming to know okay the concept of principle of ecology. Now, the first principle of ecology that you find is what? Interdependence. Okay, what you are finding is interdependence. What is interdependence means? Yeah, depending on each other. That is called as a interdependence. Okay, like plant depends on who? Yeah. Okay, they depends upon yes. Okay, by abiotic factor, plant is depending on that. We depends on whom? We depends upon nothing but okay plants. Okay, so what you see is okay. What you have to keep in mind is organism depends on whom? Organism depends on like plants, other organism depends upon each other for food, water, and other needs. Food, water, other needs, you depends on each other, then okay it is called as what? It is called as a interdependence. Okay, so first principle of ecology is what? that you'll find interdependence in case of ecosystem, interdependence in case of environment, that you have to keep in mind. Clear? If this interdependence is disturbed, then what will happen? Ecosystem will collapse. Okay, so that is what, okay, you're finding. If this interdependence will be disturbed, this ecosystem will nothing but, okay, collapse. Clear? Second important aspect that you're finding is what? Second important aspect that you're finding, there are going to be energy loss. Energy loss when you're moving from one trophic level to another trophic level. Another trophic level. Fine. So there are going to be what? There are going to be energy loss when you're moving from one trophic level to another trophic level. Clear? What is this energy loss and trophic level means? Let's say what? Let's say there is a plant. There's a plant. This is eaten by deer. Deer is eaten by, okay, lion. Okay, so what will happen is, okay, these are different trophic level. These are different trophic level, okay, that you are seeing. So energy transfer that is going to happen from where to where? From plants to animals. Okay, there will be what? There will be energy loss. Okay, from here to here, there will be further energy loss from here to here. That is okay there. So energy will decrease from one trophic level to nothing but, okay, another trophic level. Loss will be what? Loss will be more. That's why, okay, you'll find what? You'll find food chain or food waves. Food chain that you are seeing is, okay, generally not beyond 5 to 6 trophic level. They are generally limited to 5 to 6 trophic level only. Okay, they are not beyond that. Okay, why they are not beyond that? Because energy loss is happening by the time, okay, you reach to 5th trophic level or 6th trophic level, very minimum energy are being transferred. Okay, so that's why, okay, what you see is food chain are not going to be very large. Okay, they are not going to be very large. It doesn't, okay, lead to 10 or 12, okay, what, 12 trophic level. It will be only 3, 4, 5 trophic level. That is okay there, because energy loss is going to happen from one end to another end. Okay, that is okay there. Clear? Now, why this energy loss is happening? Why this energy loss is happening from one topic level to another topic level? Why this energy loss is happening from one trophic level to another trophic level? The first is respiration. Okay, respiration requires energy. Respiration you are doing, it requires energy. Then you see, okay, what? Then you see nothing but, okay, you have to maintain constant temperature of your body. Remember last class, warm-blooded animal. So they have to maintain constant temperature of their body. So, okay, what will happen? Energy will be utilized and less energy will be nothing but, okay, transferred. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So there is, okay, what? There is going to be energy loss from one trophic level to another trophic level. Fine. Now, the next, okay, thing that you are finding in case of, okay, ecology principle is what? That predator activity increases with trophic level. Predator activity is going to increase with trophic level. What does it indicate? Predator activity is going to increase with the trophic level. Like, okay, we are saying that, okay, what? From here to here, from here to here, from here to here, okay, the organism that is going to be there is going to be what? Going to nothing but, okay, more predate. Why? Why predator activity? Predator means what? You are trying to feed on someone, trying to eat someone. That is, okay, called predator activity. That is okay there. So why this predator activity is increasing? Because energy loss is more, no? As we are, okay, what? As we are nothing but, okay, going up, what is happening? Energy loss is happening. So from where you will get energy? If you pray more, okay, if you eat more, then only you will get energy. So that's why your activity, predator activity is going to what? Predator activity is going to increase, okay, because you require more energy to nothing but, okay, survive. So that is going to increase from lower trophic level to higher trophic level. That is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? Next, okay, what you see is, okay, what? As, okay, what? As trophic level increases, there will be special dietary preference. Okay, as trophic level increases, there will be what? There will be special dietary preference. Okay, this is okay what you are going to get. What this means? What this means? Special dietary preference, or you can also simplify this as a higher trophic level will have what? Higher trophic level will have, okay, will have unique dietary preference. Unique or special dietary preference. Higher trophic will have, okay, special dietary preference. Okay, why this will be there? Or selective preference. Why this will be there? Why this will be there? Why this is going to be there? So higher trophic level is going to be having, okay, selective dietary preference. Why this is going to be there? Selective dietary preference. At lower level, okay, you'll have what? You'll have nothing but, okay, like, okay, at this level from plant to, okay, what? Plant to second level, when you are seeing, you'll have more, okay, what? More nothing but, okay, producer. As producers are more at this level, you can, okay, what? You can choose from many producer, that is okay there. But okay, what will happen as you are coming towards nothing but, okay, what? Higher level, what will happen? Since energy loss is more, no, energy loss is more, so organisms, okay, is what? Organisms going to be less, okay, at nothing but, okay, higher trophic level. So that's why, okay, what will happen? Your dietary preference will become selective. Okay, your dietary preference becomes selective as you are moving from one trophic level to another trophic level, that is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this one? So you are at the lower level, you will have many choices, but as you go up, okay, choices will nothing but, okay, decrease. When choices will decrease, what will happen? You'll have a selective dietary preference, okay, that is okay there. Clear? So this is, okay, another principle that you have to keep in mind with regard to what? With regard to nothing but, okay, the ecology. Next, okay, that you see is, okay, energy flow. Energy flow will always happen in one direction. Energy flow will always happen in one direction, and we discussed food chains are going to be what? Food chains are going to be short. They are not going to be long. Okay, as we discussed, food chains are, okay, only going to be 4 to 5 trophic level. They are not going to be nothing but, okay, longer level. Fine. So energy flow will happen in one direction only. Clear? What does it mean? Energy flow in one direction. Clear? We discuss how the energy is moving. From plant, energy is moving from deer. From deer, it is energy is moving to what? Lion. It is not going up, no. Lion is not giving energy to whom? To the plant, no. Okay, it is not going up. Energy flow is, okay, what? Energy flow is in one direction only, that is okay there. So that is, okay, another principle that you are finding with to ecology. Okay, that always energy will move from where to where? From producer to consumer. Okay, it will not move from consumer towards what? Producer. Okay, that is okay there. Energy flow will happen in one direction only, that is okay there. Clear? Which one? There will be circulation. Not necessarily circulation. Circulation in the sense what you are saying. Ah. Ah. Okay, that saprophyte can be there. Okay, so there are two food chain. Later on, we'll discuss food chain in detail. There are two food chain. One is called as a grazing food chain. Another is called as a detritus food chain. So food chain that start from dead organisms are called as what? Detritus food chain. Okay, the food chain that start from normal plants are called as what? Grazing food chain. Okay, so we'll discuss it later. Okay, just okay, we'll do with principle of ecology, then we'll come to the food chain, how the chain is going on. Okay, so what you see is, okay, what? Okay, these are, okay, what? These are the principle you have to keep in mind with regard to ecology. So what are the principle we discuss? That you're gonna see what? You're gonna see interdependence in case of, okay, environment. Energy loss will happen from one trophic level to another trophic level. Predator activities will increase as we go to the higher trophic level, and higher trophic level will have, okay, what? Selective dietary preference. They can't eat everyone. Okay, they'll have selective dietary preference. Energy flow will always happen in what? One direction. And food chain are, okay, what? Food chain are going to be nothing but, okay, short in nature, that is okay there. Clear? So these are, okay, what? These are what we called as a principle of ecology. But apart from this, okay, let's say any changes occur in the ecosystem, then what will happen? if any changes is occurring in the ecosystem, will species will survive or species will not survive? Species will not survive. Okay, fine. Any other thing? Any other thing? Anyone else? What will happen, okay, if, okay, what, if you nothing but, okay, see a change in case of, okay, what, in case of climate. Now in geography, okay, if you have not studied, we have discussed concept of, okay, what, we have discussed the concept of mass extinction. Okay, mass extinction, that certain organisms have, like dinosaur has been what, wiped out. Okay, dinosaurs were present earlier on the earth, now they have been what, they have been wiped out, they have become extinct. Okay, clear? So why do you see dinosaur becoming extinct? Why do you see dinosaur becoming extinct? Yeah, climatic change has happened. Okay, what will happen? Dinosaur has now become extinct. Okay, that is okay there. Whether all organisms have become extinct? No. Okay, so some organisms, okay, yes, okay, they have become extinct, but some organisms are, okay, what, they survived. Okay, how they survived? How they survived? Okay, they started adapting to what, they started adapting to the changes. Okay, so those organisms who are able to adapt to the changes, okay, is what, is able to survive. Those organisms who are not able to adapt to the changes, what will happen, is not able to nothing but, okay, survive. Let's say, okay, what will happen is, okay, you are feeling too cold, then what will happen? We are wearing jacket, other things, okay, that you are doing, you are trying to protect yourself. Let's say you don't have a jacket and other thing, you are too poor to have a jacket and other thing, then what will happen? What will happen? Then, okay, what will happen? You can't protect yourself from the cold and you'll die off. Okay, that is okay there. Clear? So one who is able to adapt to the changes is what, is going to survive. One who is not able to adapt to the changes is going to nothing but, okay, what, die off. Okay, that is okay there. So that's why there are certain what, certain nothing but, okay, other principles, okay, that also works in case of nothing but, okay, ecology. Okay, like adaptation is what, adaptation is one of the principles, okay, that you find in the case of ecology. Okay, because this adaptation allows organism to adapt to different changes that is, okay, happening in the case of ecosystem. Fine. So the other principle that you have is what, the other principle that you have is, okay, the first thing that we are going to discuss is concept of evolution. What is evolution basically? What do you understand by the term evolution? Like, okay, you have studied about, okay, that how the man has evolved over a period of time. How man has evolved over a period of time. Initially you saw man was what, okay, yes, from monkey evolution of man has happened. Okay, so how, okay, what you see is, okay, evolution has happened. How you see evolution has happened? So evolution is basically what, a process. Okay, it is basically a process through which new species are, okay, evolving. It is a process through which new species are something that are evolving. Okay, so it is a process through which, okay, you see nothing but, okay, new species are something that are evolving. Clear? Who has given the, okay, evolution theory in biology? That's why we discussed in the starting class, you need a bit background of what biology also to study all these particular things. Okay, so who has given the theory of, okay, evolution? Any idea? Who has given, okay, a theory of evolution? Charles Darwin. Okay, who has given the theory of evolution? Charles Darwin. Okay, Charles Darwin has said that, okay, that evolution is what, evolution is a process or a change through which new species are something that are evolving. It is a process or change through which new species are something that are evolving. Clear? Now, why this, okay, process or change occurs? Why this process or change occurs? This process or change occur due to what? Due to climate, okay, or due to change in environment, due to change in environment, which allows species to adapt to new environment. Which allows species to adapt to new environment. Okay, this you have to keep in mind. Clear? So what is, okay, the evolution? Evolution is basically a process or a change through which new species are being formed. Why this process or change occur? This process and change occur due to any climate change or environmental change, And okay, this evolution lead to what? This evolution lead to species adapting to what? Adapting to new environment. Okay, this lead to a species adapting to what? New environment. Fine. Any doubt regarding this one? So that's why Darwin has gave a theory of whom? Darwin has gave a theory of whom? They have given a theory of natural selection. He has given a theory of whom? He has given a theory of natural selection. What is natural selection? So it, according to this theory, which is given by whom? Given by Darwin and Wallace. Okay, so this theory has been given by Darwin and Wallace. According to this theory, what it is saying? It's saying that okay, those genes are going to be transferred, or those genes are going to be selected. Those genes are going to be selected in our next generation, which will help them to adopt to whom? Which will help them to adopt to new environment. Okay, so that is what, okay, the genes, those genes are, theory of natural selection says what? Those genes are going to be selected in new generation, okay, which will help them to adopt to what? Which will help them to adopt to new environment. Fine. Fine. Clear? So what is evolution? How do you define the term evolution? It is a change, or okay, it is a process through which new species are something that are evolving. Why this change or process are happening? Due to environmental change, which allows the species to adopt to what? New environment. This okay theory was given by whom? Darwin and Wallace. Darwin and Wallace says what? That okay, those genes are going to be selected, which will help okay the species to adapt to new environment. Okay, which will help species to adapt to new environment. Clear? Those species which will not help them to adapt to new environment, what will happen? That will not be naturally selected in case of nothing but okay what? In case of nothing but okay reproductions. Fine. So that's why he gave the idea of what? Survival of whom? Fittest. The one who is fit, okay, will survive. The one who is not fit will not survive. Okay, that is what the idea of survival of fittest is there. One who is fit to survive will survive. One who is not fit to survive will not survive. Okay, that is okay there. Clear? So this is what okay you have to keep in mind with regard to concept of evolution. Clear? Any doubt regarding this one? Now evolution is okay what? Evolution is okay basically can happen because of several reasons. Okay, as we discussed, species are what? Species are adapting. Adaptation is there. Species are something that are okay what? Species are okay undergoing speciation process. Okay, that is okay there. Adaptation is how you see, variation is something that is okay happening. All these things are something that are happening okay through which evolution is taking place. Okay, all these things are happening through which nothing but okay evolution is taking place. That is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? Now what is speciation means? What the term speciation is? Process through which new species are going to be formed. That is going to be called as what? That is going to be called as a speciation process. Okay, so process through which new species are going to be formed are going to be called as a speciation process. Clear? Now, so what difference between okay speciation and evolution? What is the difference between speciation and evolution? We have written speciation is the process through which new species are formed. Okay, and what is evolution? Evolution is basically a mechanism. Okay, evolution is basically a mechanism through which this speciation is brought. Mechanism through which this speciation is brought. This speciation is brought. Okay, so that's why we discussed Evolution involves all these particular terms. Okay, it involves speciation, it involves variation, it involves, okay, adaptation. So how the species are going to evolve? These are going to evolve, okay, either through, okay, what, let's say we discussed, okay, this is what, this is a species. Now what is happening? We discussed, okay, change is happening, environmental change is happening. When environmental change happens, what will happen? Now the species can either adapt to new environment changes. Okay, species can either adapt to new environment changes, or a new species will form. Either new species will form. This new species will what? This new species will adapt to what? New environment changes. Okay, from this species a new species will form, and this new species will evolve to what? New environmental changes. Like now we, monkey is a different species, humans are different species. So what will happen is, okay, what, okay, from, okay, the species, new species has been formed. Okay, that is okay there. So this process, okay, through which new species is formed is called as what? Is called as nothing but, okay, speciation process. And all these comes under what? All these comes under evolution only. Evolution leads to nothing but, okay, adaptation. Evolution lead to nothing but, okay, speciation. So evolution is mechanism through which speciation is being brought. Okay, that is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? Let's say what will happen is, okay, what will happen is, okay, this is, okay, what, this is a land where, okay, what, species are living. This is one species, this is another species. So these two species are something that are living in this region. Let's say, okay, land has been what? Land has been now broken down. Now what will happen? This part is, okay, separated, this part is now separated, that is okay there. Now this species went to here, this species went to here, that is okay there. Now suppose, okay, over a period of time this land part moved to different climatic condition. While this land part remain in this climatic condition, what will happen now? Now the species need to adapt to different climatic condition, that is okay there. When it need to adapt to different climatic condition, what will happen? Okay, change need to be nothing but, okay, brought. So this is how, okay, you see nothing but, okay, what, this is how you see nothing but, okay, speciation are going to be nothing but, okay, brought. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? For example, have you heard about, okay, polar bear? Have you heard about polar bear? Where is polar bear found? In the Arctic region. Okay, now it is, okay, what, it is a bear. You also have heard about grizzly bear. What is grizzly bear? What is grizzly bear? Have you visited any of National Park Banarghatta? Anyone has visited? Have you seen bear over there? Bear kept in a zoo. Okay, so which type of bear you see? Grizzly bear. Okay, so polar bear survives in which type of conditions? Cold conditions. Okay, your icy conditions are something that are required. Grizzly bear requires what? Okay, normal warm climate. Okay, in India they can survive. Okay, that is okay there. So okay, you have, okay, grizzly bear, you have nothing but, okay, polar bear. Both are bear species only. Okay, both are which species only? Bear species only, but now adapted to what? Different climatic conditions. Okay, that is okay there. Okay, so these are, okay, what, these are nothing but, okay, your grizzly bear. Okay, so these type of bear that you have is what? Grizzly bear. Grizzly bear survives in which type of climatic condition? Warm climatic condition. Now polar bear adopt in which type of climatic condition? Cold climatic condition. Why you see from the same bear you see evolution of two subspecies? One is grizzly bear, one is polar bear. It is because of what? Because of nothing but, okay, geographical changes. Land got broken down. This land moved towards what? Towards colder climatic condition. Now bear has to adapt to what? New climatic condition. Okay, that is okay there. So it turns into which type of bear? Polar bear. While grizzly bear remains in nothing but, okay, warmer condition. Okay, that is okay there. So this is how, okay, you see nothing but, okay, what? Either adaptation can happen or new species can be formed in order to what? In order to, okay, adapt to the environmental changes. Okay, that is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So that is what, okay, you have to keep in mind with regard to term speciation. What the term speciation means? Speciation means, okay, the process through which new species are evolving. And what is evolution? Speciation is a part of evolution only. When, okay, what will happen? When environmental change happens, okay, the geographical isolation can happen, or, okay, you see nothing but, okay, what, climate can change. Okay, because of which, okay, what will happen? Species has to evolve into different species. Okay, that is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? Now there is another term we are writing, adaptation. What is adaptation means? Okay, there is a term also we are writing, adaptation. What the term adaptation means? Hmm? What the adaptation means? The change in what? The change in, okay, the organism, which allows it to survive in what? Which allows it to survive in different scenario or different climatic changes. Okay, so change in organism which allow organism to adopt to survive, which allows organism to survive in environmental changes. So change in organism which allows organism to survive in what? Survive in environmental changes. Fine. Fine. This change in organism means what? This change in organism could be morphological change. This change in organism could be behavioral change. This change in organism could be physiological change also. Fine. So change in organism could be which type of change? Morphological change. Change in organism could also be what? Behavioral change. Change in organism could be nothing but, okay, physiological change also. What is morphological change means? Morphology deals with the structure. Okay, one in which you are seeing a change in structure. One in which you are seeing a change in structure, that is called as nothing but, okay, which type of change? Morphological change. Okay, that is okay there. Okay, so what is, okay, morphological? Morphological means, okay, the change in structures. Okay, that you have to keep in mind. Fine. So like you see, why, okay, giraffe has a very long neck? Why giraffe has a very long neck? Why this neck is very long? It is which type of change? Structural change. Okay, when trees height grows, okay, in order to reach to eat, okay, in order to eat, okay, they have to what? They have to nothing but, okay, reach to higher height. So that led to nothing but, okay, that led to increase in the size of, okay, neck over a period of time. This type of change is called as what? This type of change is called as a morphological change or structural change. Okay, so organism can see structural change. Okay, you can see some part of the body will be what? More in number, okay, more, okay, in height. Some part of the body will be less in height. Okay, that structural change will occur. Those type of change are called as a morphological change. That is okay there. What is physiological change? Physiological change, okay, deals with what? Deals with your different way in which your organs are functioning. Different way in which your organs are functioning. Okay, that is going to be called as a physiological change. Okay, when any change occurs, okay, you see your body is working okay, what body is, okay, having differently, functioning differently. This is a different way in which organs, okay, what organs are something that are functioning. Clear? For example, let's say during pregnancies, okay, what will happen? The body behavior changes of, okay, women. So that is, okay, what, which type of change? Physiological change. Okay, that is a physiological change. Okay, for example, let's say when you go to mountain areas, okay, when you go to mountain areas, what happens? What will happen? Your breathing rate increases. Lungs start, okay, what? Lungs, okay, start nothing but, okay, functioning, okay, more. Intake is more. Why breathing rate increases? Yeah, oxygen decline happens. Okay, as you see, oxygen declines happens. Okay, you have to nothing but, okay, more breathe. Okay, more breathe in order to survive over there. So that is, okay, what will happen is, okay, what, which type of change? Physiological change. Okay, that is okay there. Clear? Now, okay, what, how do you see, okay, what, how do you see camels and etc surviving in case of deserts without water? Okay, camels and etc surviving in desert without water. Okay, so their body has a mechanism to what? Body has a mechanism to concentrate urine. Okay, so now, okay, we have, okay, what, we loses water through urine. Okay, so there, okay, the camel have a concentrated urine, very less water loss is there from the body. So the body is adopted, organ is adopted to nothing but, okay, those situations. So that is, okay, which type of changes? Physiological change. Okay, that is okay there. What is a behavioral change? What is a behavioral change? So behavioral change is, okay, change where you see nothing but, okay, what, where you see nothing but, okay, your body is, okay, what, your body is, okay, or sorry, where your, okay, what, your functions, okay, your functions, your behavior will change. your functions and your behavior will change. Okay, those are called as nothing but okay behavioral changes. Okay, clear? For example, we discussed okay that there is okay what if there is a extreme cold in this area, let's say extreme cold happens in this area, then what will happen to birds? They start migrating to what? They start migrating to less colder area that is okay there. Okay, so okay, when there is extreme cold in what certain area, we see the migration of birds to nothing but okay different area. When okay the situation return to normal, you see birds going back okay in the normal condition that is okay there. So here what is happening? Behavioral, the way okay the species is behaving is changing. Okay, clear? They are migrating to some other okay areas and etc. So this is okay bringing which type of change? Behavioral change. So how the species is adapting to extreme cold? They are migrating to nothing but okay what? Migrating to nothing but okay some other region that is okay there, and that is how the species are something that are surviving to whom? Surviving to extreme cold situation that is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? Like okay, there are certain species which do not migrate. Like okay, you see birds are migrating from this region. What about polar bear? How they survives in case of extreme cold? How the polar bear survives in case of extreme cold? Okay, they survive. What mechanism they have? It is called as what? Hibernation. What is hibernation? Hibernation is slow down in metabolic activity. Okay, when your body drops your metabolic activity, okay, what will happen? Okay, as we discussed, if metabolic activity decreases, you don't need to eat much food and etc. That is okay there. So you can survive okay in cold condition, because okay you can survive at one place, and okay you don't have to go and search for food and etc. in colder environment. So that is okay what we call as a hibernation. Clear? So you can see these are okay what? These are adaptive mechanism that allows a species to nothing but okay what? Allows species to survive to different climatic conditions. Okay, it could be what? It could be morphological, it could be behavioral, or it could be nothing but okay what? Physiological type of adaptation that is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So you can see evolution of species. You can see evolution of species in terms of what? In terms of speciation. You can see evolution of species in terms of adaptation that is okay there. You are adapting to nothing but okay new changes, new scenario that is okay there. Clear? There is also variation you are seeing. What is variation means? What is a variation means? We have written variation also. What the term variation means? Now genetic okay what? Genetic makeup okay is different for different individual. No, it is not same for same individual. Some individual have which type of hair? Straight hair. Some individual have which type of hair? Curly hair. Okay, some individual have what? Blue eye. Some individual have what? Black eye. Some individual have what? Gray eye. Some individual are darker in color. Some individual are what? Okay, less darker in color. Okay, that is okay there. So you see variation. Genetic makeup is different for nothing but okay different individual, and this genetic makeup lead to nothing but okay what? Lead to variation that is okay there. Clear? So these are okay what? These are different ways in which okay you can see what? In which you can see evolution process. Okay, in which you can see evolution process. Okay, that is okay there. Clear? Any doubt regarding this particular thing? So okay, just write definition for okay these terms. Just write definition for this term. First we write down regarding evolution. Evolution, it is a change. It is a change which give rise to new species. It is a change which give rise to new species. It allows the organism to survive better in different climatic conditions. To survive better in different climatic conditions. Evolution involves process of natural selections. Evolution involves process of natural selections, comma adaptation, comma variations, selection, comma adaptation, comma variation, comma speciation, etc. Speciation, etc. Speciation, etc. Para change the data. If the organism do not able to adapt, or evolve, if organisms do not able to adapt or evolve, the extinction of organism will take place. Extinction of organism will take place. Extinction of organism will take place. Next we write on natural selection. Natural selection. It is proposed by Darwin and Wallace. It is proposed by Darwin and Wallace. Darwin and Wallace. It is a process by which species adapt to. It is a process by which species adapt to their environment. Their environment. Their environment. As per theory of natural selection, such genes are going to be selected.Ch genes are going to be selected which will allow organism to adapt better to environment. To adapt better to environment. Such genes are selected which will allow organism to better adapt to environment. Thus the offspring, OFFSPRING, offspring will have better chances. The offspring will have better chances of survival. Offspring will have better chances of survival. Clear? Next we write on adaptation. Write down. It is any attribute of organism. It is any attribute of an organism. Any attribute of an organism that allows organism. Any attribute of organism that allows organism to survive and reproduce. To survive and reproduce to its habitat. Survive and reproduce to its habitat. To its habitat. There can be different type of adaptation. There can be different type of adaptation. First you write down morphological adaptation. First you write down morphological adaptation. Morphological adaptation. In this type of adaptation, structural changes will be introduced in the organisms. For example, desert plants have very small leaves, and leaves will have thick cuticle. Which allows them cuticle, which allows them to adapt to desert climatic conditions. Last class we discussed, no, that question was asked, okay, thick leaves and etc. So that is okay. What? That is okay. Desert condition. Which type of adaptation it is? Morphological adaptation. Okay, clear? Now there is rule which is called as a Allen's rule. There's a rule which is related to this, which is called as a Allen's rule. Now Allen's rule says that organism that are there in a hotter environment, organism that are there in the hotter environment will have what? Will have the long limbs, long tail. Organism that are there in the hotter environment will have long limbs. Limbs means what? Your hand, legs, and etc. That is there. So these are going to be what? These are going to be nothing but longer. But organisms that are going to be in warmer environment, colder environment, they'll have what? They'll have a shorter limb, shorter tail. So they will have this thing. Why this rule is called as a Allen's rule? This is called as a Allen's rule. Why this is happening? No, if you have a longer limbs, if you have longer limbs means what? More chances of what? Losing heat. More chances of what? Losing heat. That is there. So in warmer environment you want to lose heat. That's why what will happen? You'll have longer limbs and etc. But in shorter environment what will happen? In colder environment what will happen? You don't want to lose heat, you want to protect your heat. That is there. That's why you'll have what? You'll have nothing but shorter limbs. That is there. Clear? So if you see, so you are seeing this, penguins, no? Penguins have what? Very short limbs, no? Limbs are something that are very shorter. Legs are something that are very shorter. Why they have a shorter limbs, shorter hands? Because they want their body to not lose much heat, because they are living in which environment? Colder environment. That is there. Now in warmer environment you see elephant and etc. having long ears, long tail, long legs. That is there. Why? Because they want to lose nothing but more heat. That is there. So this rule is called as what? This rule is called as a Allen's rule. So just write down this rule. Allen's rule. Allen's rule. It states that Allen's rule states that mammals from colder climate, generally will have shorter ears and shorter limbs, and tail to minimize heat loss, while the mammals in warmer environment will have longer ear, tail, longer tail, and longer limbs. Fine. But there is opposite rule, which is called as a Bergman rule. Now the Bergman rule talks about size. It talks about nothing but size. It doesn't talks about size of the body. It doesn't talks about what? Limbs. Allen rules is talking about what? Limbs, tail. That is there. Not body size. But what will happen? Bergman rules is talking about which one? Bergman rule is talking about nothing but size of nothing but what? Size of nothing but body. So Bergman rule says that organism in warmer environment, organism in a warmer environment will have what? Less body size. Organism will in warmer environment will have what? Less body size, and organism in colder environment will have what? More body size. Organism. So in warmer environment, organism will have less body size. Okay, they'll have less body size and they'll have more, okay, bigger what? They'll have less body size and they'll have bigger what? Bigger limbs. Okay, but organism in colder environment will have more body size and less limbs. Okay, that is okay, what you have to keep in mind. So Boltzmann rule talks about what? Boltzmann rule talks about body size. Okay, it says that organism in warmer environment is what? Organism in warmer environment will have less body size, while organism in colder environment will have what? More bigger body size. Okay, so this is something that you have to keep in mind with regard to Boltzmann rule. Okay, so write down regarding Boltzmann rule also. Just add this one, Boltzmann rule. It states that okay, the species of larger size are found in colder environment. Species of larger size are found in colder environment, while species of smaller size are found in warmer region. Hence Boltzmann rule talks about overall size of the animals, and does not talks about overall size of animals and does not talks about the part or organ, does not talks about parts or organs which is described in Allen's rule. Which is described in Allen's rule. Fine. So this is okay, what you have to keep in mind. Okay, regarding morphological adaptation. Second, you write down behavioral adaptation. Behavioral adaptation. Right. Okay. The behavioral adaptation allows the species to survive in stressful conditions. For example, migratory birds move to other areas. Migratory birds moves to other areas in colder conditions so as to minimize stressful habitat. So this type of conditions is going to be called as a behavioral. From morphological, behavioral. Third, you write down physiological. Okay, right. The physiological adaptation deals with the change in functioning of organs with change in environment. For example, survives in desert region due to the body losing less water, due to body losing less water in the form of concentrated urine, less water in the form of concentrated urine. Fine. So this is all about what? This is all about nothing but okay, adaptation. Next heading, next okay, you write down regarding speciation. Speciation we have written. We have written evolution, natural selection, okay, and adaptation. No, okay, speciation not written. Okay, write down speciation. It is process by which new species are formed. New species are formed. For example, geographical isolation of species can lead to speciation. Or speciation can also be brought if species are separated due to geographic barriers such as mountain, oceans, rivers, etc. Geographical barriers such as mountain, oceans, rivers, etc. Next, we read on variation. There is a term also, variation. It deals with different genetic changes that are bringing variations due to addition or deletion of genes. Addition or deletion of genes, which can happen due to change in climate, geographic barrier, etc. For example, the difference in color of skin, comma, type of hair, comma, curly or straight, type of different color of skin, type of hair, curly or straight, comma, blood type, etc. Fine. So this is okay, what we call as a variation. Okay. Next, okay, you write down another term, mutation. mutation. Okay, write down mutation. It is a change in genetic material. Occurs due to error in DNA replication. Change in genetic material occurs due to error in DNA replications, which leads to new genes to arise in a population, Okay, fine. So this is all about what? This is all about, okay, the principle of ecology that you have to keep in mind. Clear? The principle we have discussed, one of the principle that we have discussed is interdependence. Second principle we have discussed is what? Energy loss will happen. Third, predator activity will increase with each trophic level. Fourth, as we discussed, as trophic level increases, okay, unique dietary preference or selective dietary preference you are going to find. Fifth is what? Energy flow will happen in one direction. Sixth is what? Food chain are going to be short. But along with that, okay, whenever, okay, what? Whenever, okay, change is happening, okay, you'll see, okay, these principle also working in environment, ecology. One is what? Evolution principle. One is what? Natural selection principle. The third is what? Adaptation principle. The fourth is what? Speciation principle. Fifth is what? Variation principle. And mutation. Mutation means what? When there is a error, okay, when there is a error, sometimes you see, okay, because of, okay, what? Because of error in replication of genes, you see persons, okay, that humans that are born have certain syndromes like Down syndrome. Okay, what is the Down syndrome? What is the Down syndrome? You can see Down syndrome is a genetic disorder that occurs due to that occurs during cell division in extra genetic material from chromosome 21. When extra chromosomes is added in, okay, 21 chromosome, 21st chromosome, then, okay, what will happen? Person will suffer from which disease? Okay, Down syndrome. This occurs due to mutation. Okay, this occurs due to error in replication. So person with Down syndrome will not be nothing but, okay, what? Will not be having, okay, proper, okay, what? Proper nothing but, okay, understanding. Growth will not be, okay, proper. That is, okay, there. So this you are finding in what? This you are finding in the case of nothing but, okay, Down syndrome children. That is, okay, there. Clear? So these are, okay, what? These are nothing but, okay, persons with Down syndrome that you are seeing. Clear? So this occurs due to mutation that can happen or error in replication that can happen. Fine. Okay, so what is Allen's rule says? What is Birchman's rule says? Yeah, limbs will be shorter, and, okay, the Birchman. Yeah. Okay. Next, you write down one more rule. You did write it. Glauber's rule. So another rule you can mention is, okay, Glauber's rule. Okay, Glauber's rule. Write down. The Glauber's rule states that within species of endotherm, more heavily pigmented individuals will be found in humid environment near the equator. Will be found in humid environment near the equator. Will be found in humid environment near the equator, while the more while the less pigmented will be found in colder climatic conditions. Less pigmented will be found in colder climate condition. Okay, so this rule is called as a Glauber's rule. Glauber's rule is saying that heavy pigmented is going to be found where? Heavy pigmented is going to be found in a humid environment near the equator, and as you are moving to the polar region, lighter pigmented species that you are going to see, this, okay, is going to be found in, okay, colder environment. Fine. So what is heavily pigmented and dark? Okay, the can you see this? Okay, so this darker one is for what? Heavily pigmented. This okay is what? Less pigmented. Okay, that is okay there. So as per okay the Glogger's rule, this will be found in which environment? Humid, near the equator. As we move towards nothing but okay polar region, you're gonna find okay what? You're gonna find nothing but okay less pigmented. That is okay there. Clear? So this is okay what? This is nothing but okay heavy pigmented, while this is nothing but okay less pigmented. This is what Glogger's rules are saying. So as you are moving towards okay what? As we are moving towards something but okay colder region, polar region, you're gonna find less pigmented. That is okay there. Clear? So this is okay another rule that you have to keep in mind with regard to what? With regard to okay the ecology. Clear? So pigmented means okay the colors okay that you are going to have, okay the darker colors okay that you're going to find, pigments okay you're going to find on the okay body. So that is okay called as a pigmented. Clear? The last thing okay that you have is okay what we are taking up is a function of ecosystem. So function of ecosystem. Clear? So as we discussed, when ecosystem is there, ecosystem will perform what? Ecosystem will perform certain functions. Okay, that is okay there. So what is okay functions of ecosystem? The first important functions of ecosystem is what? Is okay ecological succession. Okay, the first important okay functions of ecosystem is ecological succession. Succession means okay one after the other. Okay, so you see a species will okay what, or a species will evolve, food chain will evolve, one species after other species, one food chain, one trophic level after that other trophic level, succession will occur. Okay, that is okay there. Clear? For example, let's say okay when any volcanic eruption happens, new lands are going to be formed. On this land life is not there. Okay, when volcanic eruption is happened, new lands are being formed. When new lands are being formed, life is not there. So how do you see okay life will start? Okay, it starts through a process which is called as nothing but okay succession process. Okay, so how life will start over here? It will start through a succession process. How life has started on the earth? Initially earth was what? Not having life. Okay, so how the life has started on the earth? Okay, it is evolved through which process? It is evolved through nothing but okay succession process. So one of the function of ecosystem is what? Ecological succession. Second is okay what? Second is homeostasis. This is a second principle, homeostasis. Clear? What is homeostasis means? Okay, that if ecosystem is being disturbed, okay, ecosystem is okay what is ecosystem is trying to restore its older version. Okay, that is called as a homeostasis. If you are trying to disturb the ecosystem will resist that. It will try to restore its okay what, restore nothing but okay the older version. It will not try to bring the change. Okay, that is okay there. This is called as a homeostasis. Okay, the third thing that you have is what? The third thing that you have is a nutrient recycling. Nutrient recycling. So just now we discussed okay what will happen? Nutrients will be absorbed by the plant, and later on what will happen? Okay, this nutrient will be nothing but okay what? This nutrient will be nothing but okay released into the environment. So this okay cycle, okay this cycle will nothing but okay continue. This is called as a nutrient recycling. And the fourth okay that you have is a concept of what? Energy flow. Energy flow. So as we discussed okay energy will flow from what? Energy will flow from nothing but okay one end to other end. Okay, so this is okay called as what? This is called as nothing but okay functions of ecosystem. So in detail now we are going to study about what? In detail we are going to study about these functions. Okay, so there are four major functions of an ecosystem. One is succession. Second is what? Homeostasis. Succession means how okay what how things are evolving, okay, how things are, okay, growing in case of nothing but, okay, what, in case of, okay, the, okay, environment. Second is, okay, what, homeostasis. Homeostasis means what, if you are bringing a change, ecosystem will try to resist that change, okay, that is okay there. Third is nutrient recycling. As we discussed, nutrient is going to be absorbed, it is going to be nothing but, okay, released. And the fourth is what, fourth is nothing but, okay, energy flow. Fourth is going to be energy flow. So as we discuss how energy flow is happening, through food chain or through food web, okay, the energy will move from one point to another point. So, okay, so these are called as what, these are called as a functions of ecosystem. So we'll start with functions of ecosystem in, okay, tomorrow's class. Fine. So what we try to cover today is what, we try to cover today's concept of first is, okay, we discuss is limiting factors. What are the limiting factors we have? Temperature, water, salinity. Yes, okay, we discussed organic compound, inorganic compound, atmosphere. Okay, all these can act as what, limiting factor. Fine. After limiting factor, we discuss biotic component. Biotic component can be what, producer or consumer. Consumer can be macro or micro consumer. Okay, that is okay there. What are micro consumers? Phagotroph, osmotroph, saprotroph. Okay, those are, okay, referred as what, micro consumer. Phagotroph means, okay, like amoeba, we discussed, they will engulf thing. Osmotroph means what, they will take nutrient through osmosis process. And okay, the third we discuss is saprotroph, which feeds on what, dead and decay material. Okay, so we discuss, okay, like corals are showing which type of, okay, things. Osmotroph. Amoeba is, okay, which one? Amoeba is which one? Phagotroph. We discussed dinoflagellates are, okay, what, phagotrophs. Okay, so those are the, okay, examples we have discussed. Then we discuss what, then we discuss, okay, concept of ecotone. What is ecotone? Zone of transition. Then we discuss, okay, edge effect. What is edge effect? Most species that are found in what, ecotone region are called as a edge effect. And okay, species that are found are called as what, edge species. Okay, fine. Then we discuss also the term ecocline. What is ecocline? When there is no proper separation between one ecosystem and other ecosystem, it is going to be referred as what, ecocline. Indistinct boundary is going to be there, no proper separation is going to be there, that is going to be called as a ecocline. We discuss concept of ecological niche. What is ecological niche? The position or unique function that a species perform in a ecosystem is referred as what, is referred as a ecological niche. Okay, and niche is important to understand how organism reproduces, where it is going to reside, what it is going to nothing but, okay, do. So that's why, okay, it helps in conservation of organisms. Okay, clear. Finally, we discussed, okay, what we discussed, okay, principle of ecology. So remember interdependence principle, remember, okay, the energy flow principle. Okay, as we discuss, as you go up, okay, you will see what, you will see nothing but, okay, less energy transfer, you will see selective dietary preferences. Okay, those things will occur. And you'll see, okay, evolution, natural selection, adaptation, variation, those things, okay, you are going to see. Clear? Any doubt regarding this one? Anybody having any doubt? Okay, so please revise, okay, your previous part that we have discussed and, okay, today's part. Clear? Any doubt? Thank you. Thank you.